We are back, baby. We're back in action.
I think it was a good send-off for everyone. It was a good finale.
For sure. Yeah, I think there's a lot of complaints about it being a bit anticlimactic. I loved Marty Supreme. I thought it was super good.
I did think it was a little predictable. Overall, it was still good. Amanda Seyfried and Sydney Sweeney both did a really good job in it. And I think the best part of the movie was the surprise cameo.
Who was the cameo, Eric?
It was
nice.
I don't really care for the high frame rate. It makes it look like a 3-hour-long video game cutscene.
Yeah. I feel like this movie was made by somebody who might be on the spectrum. A space mech show called Gunbuster. There's actually a scene in it that reminded me of Interstellar. They tried to bring Space Jam back with LeBron. It wasn't it, okay? It never was going to be it, all right? LeBron, sorry, guy. But Michael Jordan's Space Jam is 10,000 times better than your Space Jam. Oh, you totally should.
Cinema Rolls Podcast.
Welcome to the Cinema Rolls Podcast. We are back, baby. We're back in action. We actually already recorded this episode, but we had some technical difficulties, so we are recording it again. So please excuse us if we have a lack of enthusiasm, as I've already heard everything Eric has to say, and Eric has already heard everything I have to say, but we will try to be enthusiastic regardless. Normally, what we would do is we would review a movie right now. But this is the start of season 2. We thought we'd do something just a little bit different for the first episode, just so for people that don't really know our podcast, get a better understanding of it. And also, too, we're going to go through a bunch of movies that have come out or that are coming out this year. And that way, everyone can kind of pick and choose what they would want us to watch and review this year. And you guys will know what we're excited for and what we're not excited for, and maybe perhaps those will overlap with what your interests are as well. So to begin with, I think what we're going to do is talk about the movies we both have seen already over the hiatus that we took, and that may be a show that we both have watched, and then we'll get into other things that we've been watching. For the people that are new here, we watch a movie every week, we review it, but we watch another movie as well that we pull from a bucket. It's called the Bucket Pull Movie. You guys can comment below, and you guys can pick and choose what we get to watch and what we talk about in the podcast, and we will put your comments and suggestions in the bucket. If we pull your movie, we're going to watch it. So comment below if you want us to watch a certain movie. And that goes for all of you friends out there that keep messaging me and texting me, hey, you should review this movie. Comment it on the video, and I will possibly review it. But all right, that being said, you want to get into it, Eric?
Let's do it.
The movie we both have seen and have watched over the hiatus is Marty Supreme. So let's talk about that. What'd you think about Marty Supreme, brother?
I liked Marty Supreme. Thought it was good. It's very well paced. Timothée Chalamet did awesome. Just won the Critics' Choice Best Actor. I was surprised by Mr. Wonderful's performance. Wasn't expecting him in there, but he did good.
Yeah, that's the guy you're telling me about, the radio guy.
No, that's the Shark Tank guy.
Oh, the Shark Tank
Radio
guy. That's right.
Is the other guy.
Right. Okay. Yeah. The Shark Tank guy. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to be in it too, and he turned out to be a good actor.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty cool. I loved Marty Supreme. I thought it was super good, as to be expected with one of the Safdie brothers, Josh Safdie. Uh, he and his brother, they're both geniuses when it comes to pacing movies. This movie is very well paced, even though it's long. It doesn't feel long. It kept me intrigued throughout the entire movie, even though some of the parts of the movie feel vastly different from what you'd expect from a ping pong player story movie. And you get some pretty wild scenes that you, like I said before, or what I said to you last night, is that if you take out some of the scenes and you watch them, like if you say you took out the ping pong hustling scene, and then you took out the getting the dog back scene, and you showed them to two different people, they might think it's two different movies.
Yeah,
It's how much of a roller coaster the movie is, but yet it's all put together so well that it doesn't feel like it's all over the place. It feels very cohesive. So very well done, very well shot, very well paced, very well edited, and Timothy Chalamet is great. He's always great. I love him. I think he's one of my favorite actors of this generation.
good movie.
Good movie. You're saying a lot of people aren't happy that he won the Editor's Choice Awards. It wasn't.
The Critics' Choice. I don't know if a lot of people. I just saw one person on Facebook upset that Michael B. Jordan didn't win.
I think a lot of people are upset actually because my coworker, he came to me today and he was, "How do you feel about Michael B. Jordan not winning this award?" And I was like, "I think Timothy Chalamet's great, you know." But
Yeah,
I mean, Michael B. Jordan did great in Sinners as well. So I mean, I think it's well deserved. But you know, I don't know.
yeah. I mean, if it went to someone who I didn't think was good, I'd be upset because Michael B. Jordan had a great performance in Sinners, but they both did really well. So I'm not upset by it.
Agreed. Yeah, I said a lot about this last night, but we did end up going way over time last night. So I guess if you want, we can just move on to the next movie. If you want,
we can move on. But yeah, if you haven't seen Marty Supreme, go check it out.
Go watch it. It's very good.
Yeah.
Based on a real guy. They changed his name in the movie. It's and just for shits and gigs, I would go look up the real dude. He seems like he's a very interesting person, and I think they depicted
character.
him. Yeah, I think they depicted him pretty well in this movie. So
yeah.
All right, moving on. The next movie we both have seen is The Housemaid.
Housemaid. Yeah.
Yes, with Sydney Sweeney and Amanda Seyfried. Is it Seyfried or Seyfried?
I don't know, to be honest.
It looks like Seyfried, but I think everyone says Seyfried, so we'll just keep it at that.
I don't know.
What do you think about this movie?
I liked it. I thought it was good. I didn't read the book, so I didn't know exactly what I was getting into. But I did think it was a little predictable. I kind of saw the twist coming, but overall, it was still good. Amanda Seyfried and Sydney Sweeney both did a really good job in it.
Yeah, they killed it. I thought this movie was pretty good. I thought it was better than it was better than I expected it to be. Not that I went in with low expectations or anything like that. I just didn't think it was going to be like my kind of movie. And I actually found myself pretty entertained by this movie. It was, like I said, better than I thought it was going to be. It was a bit predictable at times, but it wasn't so predictable that it made it bad. Yeah, I went to go see this movie by myself, and I was planning to go see it with Natalie, but Natalie ended up taking a trip with her mom, and we didn't have to go singing together before she left. So I went to see it by myself, and I was like the only dude in the movie theater. I was expecting to be like surrounded by couples, and it was mostly just women. And for those of you that haven't seen it, I'm going to spoil something really quick. So if you don't want anything spoiled, jump to the next section. But when they revealed the plot twist that the guy was the crazy person, the husband was the crazy person in the story, I felt a shift in the theater. You know, the women in the theater seemed to be a little too excited about this guy getting tortured by these two women. You know, like these women were fucking his ass up, and and the women in the theater were like laughing and cheering. They're like, ah, you know. And me being the only guy in the theater, I was a little scared. I'm not gonna lie. I was, as soon as the credits start rolling, I was out. I felt like I was in danger. You know. There's a couple of couples there, and I felt scared for the guys that were there with their wives. You know, I was like, be careful when you go back home. You know.
What if they were there with their mistress?
Even worse. Be extra careful.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did hear a couple girls on the way out talking about how they changed a lot. They were talking about the scene where he has her trapped in the storage room and is having her cut her stomach with a piece of the china that she broke. I guess in the book that didn't happen. I guess in the book there was like some kind of book stacking thing that happened. She had to stack books on her stomach. But I kind of like this whole China cut the stomach thing. The like you said, it feels more visceral and kind of jarring to see someone cut their
It's
stomachs.
definitely better for a visual.
Yeah. Sydney Sweeney and Amanda Seyfried seem to have pretty good chemistry.
Speaking of them, did you see the interview with the three of them? And they asked Sydney Sweeney if she knew what pogs were. She had no idea.
Like from Star Wars?
No, pogs, the little paper, like from the 90s, the collectible.
The little Tire Fortune thing?
No.
What's a pog?
So you don't even know, because you're young too. They're like little paper like disc. It was a game. They were like collectibles. They have like different pictures on them.
Did it look like little CDs?
Ones. Not like CDs. There was just like a circle. They didn't have a hole in it or anything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They're called pogs.
They had like pop culture
Carlos
stuff on
collect
it?
them. Yeah, they had like different like pop culture stuff. Like I had Power Ranger set, and they had the slammer. It was the bigger one. You could use it to slam the pogs.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that is.
So,
That's funny.
Yeah. That was funny.
The guy in it, you said you didn't like his acting much, huh?
Yeah, I didn't think he was that great compared to the ladies. Like he was fine as the like nice, good-looking guy, but then like when it twists and he's like actually the crazy one, he like would like have to yell and like be a little more dramatic. Like I just really didn't believe him all that much.
You weren't buying it, huh?
No.
I thought he did okay. I was saying I think he like looks wise, I think he can play a good Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see that.
But anyway, let's move on to the next thing. This next one is a show that was a cultural phenomenon, and you and I both watched the season finale. You at a theater, me at my house. But that show is Stranger Things.
Mm-hmm.
And how did you like the season finale, Aaron?
I liked the finale. Like I said, I think some people may have got the wrong impression when I talked about it to my coworkers. Because I did think it'd be a little more epic, especially with them putting it in theaters. Like I wasn't expecting it to be like Endgame level, but kind of close, you know. Like the show's been on for almost 10 years. It's 5 seasons. We've been waiting a while for it to finally get here, and then it does, and fight happens and it's over in like 2 minutes, and they take the rest of the time just wrapping everything up.
Yeah.
But I think it was a good send off for everyone. It was a good finale.
For sure. Yeah, I think there's a lot of complaints about it being a bit like anticlimactic, and I agree. I think they rushed through the battle, which I think everyone was expecting the battle to be the most epic part of the entire show, and they kind of rushed through it so they can get to this whole send off part of the show. And me personally, as being an empathetic person, an emotional person, I think the last half of the show was great. I think it's a great send off. The show takes place in the 80s, and I think it did something similar to what a lot of shows back then would do when it would end. You know, when there was a season finale of a show, you'd have like the main character or main characters kind of saying goodbye to each other, to the show, to the audience. It's all kind of very meta, you know. It's because it's kind of like a sad ending for everybody that's involved, the actors, the people that worked on the show, and the people watching the show. And they kind of did that here in this episode. And they also did a lot of flashbacks, which also tends to happen a lot in older shows, mostly like sitcoms and stuff. It kind of just shows you the journey over again to kind of remind you how far they've come. And yeah, it's very reminiscent of older shows, of what older shows should do as season finales, and I think that's pretty cool. So I liked that they ended it that way. And also too, it being anticlimactic, I think people wanted this like crazy epic fight, but like I don't know what they really expected, to be quite honest, because like only 2 of the characters have powers, right? So only 2 of them could really do any damage, and meanwhile, it's just a bunch of like 8 other normal humans fighting a giant mind flayer monster, and you only got 2 characters that could really do any damage. Like, what they expect? Did they expect Elle to throw fucking Dustin on top of the fucking mind flayer, and he starts ripping it out from the inside or something? Like, I don't know. What else could they possibly have done as normal people, as kids? You know?
I don't know. They did have a lot of firepower, though.
Yeah,
Nancy was pretty
just
cool.
Nancy. Shit, Nancy could take the mind flayer on by herself, I guess.
Basically, she did.
Yeah.
The rest were all just distractions.
Speaking of Nancy, actually, I think Stranger Things, I think one of the reasons why it was such a huge phenomenon is because it feels extremely nostalgic. And it's weird because it's a show that takes place in the 80s, so you would think it would just be nostalgic for the people that went through the 80s, but I wasn't even born in the 80s. And a lot of kids that are watching the show also weren't born in the 80s, but yet it feels nostalgic. Now, why is that? I think it's because Stranger Things is a hodgepodge of movies and other references that we're familiar with. D&D, Nightmare on Elm Street is a big influence. It is a big influence. All the kids riding around on bikes trying to fight a supernatural being, right? Alien is also an influence. Nancy literally looks like Ripley at the end. You know, she's literally like Ripley at the end.
Yeah.
They turned into Ripley. Mike turns into Stephen King, where he becomes a writer at the end. And then when they get to high school, you get a lot more John Hughes themes in it, you know? So if you're at all a movie or pop culture nerd, all of these things in the show suddenly start to feel really familiar to you. Even Dustin says at the end, after he gives a speech, he's like, I was going for what did he say? A John Belushi in a John Hughes film. He's like, I was going for like that kind of vibe, right? When he talks to that girl that invites him to the party, he's like, why did I say that? So they're even telling you that they're pulling reference from a lot of things. The scene with the Demodogs in the laundry room, that is literally Jurassic Park, almost shot for shot. That's Jurassic Park, with the Velociraptors. Yeah. So that to me, I think is why Stranger Things is so successful, because it feels super nostalgic, and it feels super nostalgic because the show is a hodgepodge of movies. Movies are made of movies, Yeah. Stranger Things is cool, yo.
Stranger Things is cool. And I don't appreciate all the hate people have for Holly either. I like Holly.
Oh, yeah, you was telling me about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is so weird. She's like a little girl. I think she did just fine.
Yeah. I think people just wanted to see more of like their favorite characters. So like, even though Holly's been around, she hasn't been like a big character. So
yeah.
The show mainly focused on her the whole season.
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say season 5, this season, is probably one of the weaker seasons, if not the weakest season of the show. But I do still agree that it had a good send off.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
I do like how it ends, Mike doing the final D&D session and everyone puts their books away.
Yeah.
But then his sister comes down and starts her own with her friends.
Right, a new generation.
Yeah.
It's their story now.
Good way to end the show.
Yeah. for sure. And then the whole ambiguous thing about Ella, whether or not she's alive or not.
Yeah.
The story about maybe she is kind of giving hope, but I mean, I think she actually is alive. But
Yeah, we talked about that. Like, I do think the better story is if she is dead. I know people don't want that, but
yeah,
it is the better
I
story.
I agree.
Um, but
End
they
it.
kind of left it vague and ambiguous in case they want to bring her back later for whatever reason,
Yeah,
spin-off,
yeah,
sequel in a few years. I don't know. But
which sucks. I think they should just let it end.
just, yeah.
Stories are good because they have endings. But all right, that's you want to move on?
Yes, let's move on.
Go ahead and tell me what you've been watching because at this point we have watched different things.
Yeah, the other movies I have watched. So basically, the week after I got back from Christmas, I just lived at the movie theater mostly. Um, but the first movie I watched actually was at home was Wake Up Dead Man, the third part in the Knives Out trilogy.
Nice.
I don't know if there's going to be more, so I don't know if it's going to be more than a trilogy, but
Do you think they should make more or no?
I don't know. I mean, I do like Benoit Blanc. I don't
Yeah,
mind seeing more of his adventures.
yeah, he's a cool
Um,
character.
but no, it's a good movie. Like I said, they don't really introduce Blanc until like almost halfway through the movie, so you get introduced to, like all these characters and stuff before you even know that it's a Knives Out movie. So I thought that was cool. Um, and yeah, I was just saying that there was a particular scene that I really liked where Blanc walks into the church and meets the priest, and the priest asks him what he thinks of everything, and Blanc tells him how this church is all a show and a facade, and he wants to tear it down and get to the truth. Um, and then and when that's happening, it's at the church, so the sun is shining through, and it's all brightly lit by the sun. But then when Blanc's talking, the sun like goes away and it gets really dark. But then when the priest starts talking and tells him about how he does agree with him that it is kind of a show, but he tells him why he does have his faith. The sun comes back through and shines through the window and is like right above the priest. And it was just a really beautiful scene that I liked.
Yeah, yeah, it sounds really pretty. It sounds like it was really good.
Yeah,
I feel bad for not having caught up with the Knives Out movies. I never watched the second one, so I couldn't really watch the third one. Um, but I want to. I want to because I really liked the first one.
yeah. First one's great. Like I said, made me a fan of Anna de Armas.
Yeah, I love her.
Yeah, and then the second one's also good. Edward Norton is one of the main characters, which I love him.
I love Ed Norton.
Yeah, so yeah, good movies. Check them out.
Nice.
Um,
What else? What else you got?
yeah. And what else did I watch? I watched Anaconda.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, Jack Black and Paul Rudd. And Steve Zahn, which I thought was cool because I hadn't seen him and Jack Black in a movie together since Saving Silverman.
Yeah.
But the movie was just okay. Like it wasn't
Yeah.
as funny as it could have been, and I think that's because it had a PG-13 rating. And I think the best part of the movie was the surprise cameo.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
What sucks about having to record this podcast again is that and last night this was a surprise to me because I haven't seen Anaconda, right? So,
yeah.
but who was the cameo, Eric? Just so the audience.
It was Ice Cube,
Nice.
yeah,
Very nice.
O'Shea Jackson.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he shows up, and it was a pretty funny cameo. And then J-Lo actually has a cameo as well later on in the movie, but after everyone's safe and sound.
Right.
Yeah.
That's It's funny that you said that. It reminds you a bit of Tropic Thunder
Tropic Thunder, yeah.
because Jack Black's in both of them.
He's in both of them, and it's in like a jungle, like
Yeah.
see, like area, and yeah, they're making a movie, but then they're making like a different movie because of all the stuff that's happening. So,
Right.
and then it ends with them actually showing the movie at a festival. So,
Like a premiere or something.
yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. I might watch it if it's like streaming or something. I didn't really care to see it like,
Yeah,
in theaters.
it's a good movie just to like have on.
Just a silly one, yeah.
Yeah, it's silly.
A good laugh.
Yeah. Yeah, the other movies I watched was Housemaid, Marty Supreme. Wasn't there another one I watched that you didn't watch? Oh, Avatar.
Avatar,
3.
yes.
Fire Dash,
That big
yeah.
movie, that giant movie.
That one.
Yeah. That's funny that we both forgot about that.
Yeah, well, it's kind of forgettable, unfortunately.
Dang. It's
Um,
like that?
Yeah, well, like I said, and I have in my notes here, it was just another Avatar film. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, like the second one and now this third one doesn't really add much to like. I mean, I guess it does add to the lore, but not enough where it's like it warrants a whole 3 hour movie. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, but I did like some of the character development. I liked the new bad girl. Who's played by Una. Is it Una Chaplin?
I
How you
think
pronounce
so.
her name? Yeah,
Yeah.
she's
Chaplin.
Charlie Chaplin's granddaughter.
Yeah. Yeah. Which, like I said
She
before, she was in Game of Thrones.
she was in Game of Thrones, the Red Wedding, right?
Yeah, she was part of that. Yeah.
Sad. Yeah,
They got murked,
but
yo.
yeah. Which apparently in the book that didn't happen. I mean, the Red Wedding happens, but she didn't die.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Interesting.
At least from what someone told me once. I could be wrong. Um,
I mean, I haven't read them. Natalie read all of them, so she would know.
yeah.
But
Well, she didn't read all of them because they're not all done being written.
true. George R. R. Martin.
George R. Martin.
He's sitting on that one. Natalie
He
thinks
really
he's
is.
gonna. Natalie thinks he's gonna release it after he dies.
I think so too. It's gonna be a post. Nice.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, the other thing I want to say is that I don't really care for the high frame rate. It makes it look like a 3 hour long video game
Video
cutscene.
game. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I like Avatar and I like James Cameron and I like his vision. He's a very visionary guy, you know.
hmm
But I will say this last one that came out, the second one that came out, wasn't that amazing. And so when this third one was coming out, I was like, I don't think it's going to be that amazing either.
yeah,
So it feels like the story that they keep telling is a little played out at this point. And
a little bit.
yeah, but I do like the movies for constantly pushing the bar when it comes to VFX. I think that's cool.
Yeah, that is cool. And I did, like I said, I like this one more than the second one.
Yeah.
The second one, honestly, I don't remember very well. I never had a desire to.
One of the
watch
kids
it
were
a
friends of
second
Whale. That's about as much as I remember.
time. Yeah.
Ari and I are going to go see it tomorrow, the new one.
Okay. Cool.
That's the
I
plan.
hope she likes it.
Yeah. Cha. But let's move on. What else? Have you watch anything else? Is that it?
Nope, that's it. What did you watch?
um,
All the anime you watched.
yeah. I watched, a movie I watched that I hadn't seen was Materialists.
All right.
And it was just okay. I think it was a little better than okay.
Mhm.
And here's my piece, right? I say this without trying to be offensive, and someone who may potentially be on the spectrum as well. I feel like, and I just really ADHD. I feel like everyone keeps saying they're autistic, right? And I feel like I'm an asshole if I also say I'm autistic just because I have really bad ADHD. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like that people are trying to lump all these neurodivergent people together, you know. But
Mhm.
when I see someone who with like low functioning autism, I'm like, I feel bad for even saying that I got the same thing that they got. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way.
Yeah.
You know. That being said, I feel like this movie was made by somebody who might be on the spectrum because, and I say that without trying to be offensive. It was very methodical in a very boring and mundane way. It was structured very directly, the dialogue's very direct. It feels very choppy. It's like, hey, will you go on a date with me? No, I will not. You know, it's like bam, bam, bam. Like it's like very, very choppy, right? The scenes, every scene was structured the same way. There was, especially during scenes with conversation where like the two people are having a discussion. It was always an establishing shot with the wide shot to show them talking where they're talking, and then it would be your stereotypical over the shoulder shot back and forth of them talking, and then one of them would say something to end the conversation on a climax or of a note, right? It would be on a high beat, right? And then it would cut to a wide shot to end the conversation. And every scene was like that. So much so that I could tell you what the next shot was going to be. As I was watching it, I was literally calling out like a play-by-play with Natalie. I bet you the next shot's going to be this. And it was, because it was predictable. And it was structured to a very specific method.
Yeah.
And I didn't like that about it. And Dakota Johnson, I don't think she's the best actor. So I think when it came to those directed lines, I don't think she was able to work with it very well. Pedro Pascal and Chris Evans are great actors, so they managed to, even though the dialogue wasn't that great, they managed to work with it and make it sound a little more natural.
Yeah.
There's actually a specific scene where I'm like, Pedro Pascal is a great actor. There's a scene where he takes her out on a date and they're like at a restaurant, and the way he's delivering his lines, the way he's just very like so natural with it. It doesn't even feel like you're watching a movie. It just feels like you're watching someone just like you're sitting next to somebody at a restaurant and you're just kind of eavesdropping on their conversation. That's how good of an actor he is. But yeah, I will say it's a little better than okay, just because I like the message it's delivering. It feels like it's telling a very true and romantic story that is true to our current generation, to our current society, because a lot of times you get a lot of these very, very romantic movies that are kind of whimsical and dreamy and unrealistic, and they have these unrealistic expectations of love, right? And I think women and people are drawn to that because it is kind of escapism through romanticism. But this movie kind of critiques how we currently view dating and how we currently view finding a partner, or why we choose certain partners that we want to be with, and which nowadays seems like it can be very materialistic, hence the title. So I like the message it's trying to put out, and I think that's why I will say it's a little better than okay. But if it wasn't for the solid critique of our current society's dating system and current society's romance, I will say it's not that great. Anyways, don't want to linger too much on this movie. Let's move on. Let's move on. I rewatched One Battle After Another because I love that movie. It's great. I think it was one of the best movies of last year. I rewatched Caught Stealing because I love that movie as well. I finished Last Samurai Standing. It's a bit corny, but the first episode's really great. So if you want to just watch the first episode and not watch the rest, I'm totally cool with that. But I will continue watching because there's another season coming out. I don't know when, but I will probably continue to watch that. I finished the last season of Kaiju number 8. There's another season coming out this year, but I'm all caught up now. I finished I Love LA, which was surprisingly really good. Like I said before on the podcast, it's definitely for the Gen Zers and the women and the gays, which I'm none of. You know, catch me on a good night, I might be one of them. You know what I mean? But like, it was pretty good. It's pretty funny. So check that out if that's your vibe. I finished The Penguin. The Penguin was really cool. I don't know why it took me this long to finish it, but I really liked it. It was really great. A lot of great acting going on in there. A lot of good. If the whole show feels like a movie, so it's great. And then I watched a anime that's super cool. It's from the 80s. It's a space mech show called Gunbuster, and it is about a girl whose father was in a space war, and he's kind of like a military legend, and he kind of sacrificed himself so that his crew members can get away. Right? They're fighting these aliens. He sacrifices himself so his crew members can get away. And it reminded me, there's actually a scene in it that reminded me of Interstellar, where he's watching a video from his daughter because he's light years away. For him, days are going by, but years are going by for her. And she's like sending him a message at like 6 years old, like, "Hey, I hope you make it to my 7th or 8th birthday." And meanwhile, he's not really getting it until she's like 14, and then she's like sacrificing himself. So he's really not going to see her. So as he's watching the video and sacrificing himself, he's like crying and watching it, which reminded me a lot of Interstellar, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I would definitely recommend that. It's has some fan service in it, so beware of that. If you find that stuff to be weird or cringy, maybe not for you, but it's not super bad fan service. I've seen worse. I feel like this fan service seems a bit more natural. Like it's just kind of nudity, like the way nudity is in I don't know, movies, I guess. Not super lewd. It just happens to be a naked lady. But yeah, pretty cool show. The next show I watched was King of Collectibles. I find that stuff to be extremely fascinating. Yeah, people selling cards and stuff for like millions of dollars. I think it's interesting what humans find value in, and that show's all about that. So it's a pretty cool show. You want to check that out. And then I rewatched Zootopia because I really want to see the second one. And I've been asking my kid to go see it with me, and she doesn't want to. She wants to stay home. She just wants to stay home and play video games. So I think I'm going to end up watching that movie by myself at some point. But I rewatched the first one because I haven't watched this since it came out. And that movie's really good. I don't know why I haven't rewatched this since it came out. And I think the reason why is because there's such a weird, furry following of it. And some furry undertones in it for sure with the Naturalists and whatnot. That stuff's a bit weird for me, to each their own. If you're into it, I'm not knocking you. I'm just saying it's probably not for me, No. And I think it has a lot of good themes about systemic racism, and it's not super on the nose like how a lot of Pixar and Disney movies are nowadays. It was still like very subtextual. It involves animals, so you wouldn't even really think of racism really in it. It's more like hating on species really at that point. But it is a good parallel, and it shows it very well. So I love that movie for that. And on top of that, it's just a well-paced movie. It's just well done. It's a good movie. Yeah. So that is everything I've been watching. I kind of zoomed through that, but we have a lot to go through as far as movies coming out this year. So let's just jump right into that. The first movie I have on the list is Arco. It is it's an animated film by Neon, and it's produced by Natalie Portman. It looks pretty cool. The style is very different from what most Western audiences are used to. It feels a little bit like a Ghibli movie, and I like it for that. It looks intriguing. Yeah. So I'm excited to go see that. The next movie is Dracula by Luc Besson. I'm not super excited to see this movie, but my girlfriend is really excited to see this movie, so that kind of makes me excited to see it. I kind of, sometimes live vicariously through her. But I think the reason why I'm not super excited for this movie specifically is because it's directed by Luc Besson. Even though Luc Besson does have some great movies like Leon the Professional and The Fifth Element, he's a bit of a pervert. So I'm hoping that I don't see any weird young women in this movie.
I don't know. It's Dracula. Some Dracula would do.
Yeah, it might be a good excuse for Luc Besson to throw some weird kiddie stuff in it. But I don't trust that motherfucker, right? The next movie on this list is Scarlet. This is an anime movie. It's not from an anime series. It's its own original story. It is by the director Mamoru Hosoda. She did the Wolf Children. She did Wolf Children, and she did The Boy and the Beast. I've seen both of those movies, and they're both great. My daughter loves Wolf Children. She used to watch it all the time. Yeah, so I'm pretty excited for this movie. I think it's going to be pretty cool. It's like a fantasy isekai type story. I think the main character, is going like back in time, and for some reason, back in time is like very fantasy with this like magic and shit like that. And it's like a father-daughter story. It feels very much like Lord of the Rings or Berserk. Those are the vibes I'm getting from it, anyways. So,
Okay.
very excited to see that. Yeah, it looks really cool. The next movie on here is Goat by Sony Animation. I'm very excited for this movie. Yeah. I really think that this is going to be this generation's Space Jam.
Yeah.
They tried to bring Space Jam back with LeBron. It wasn't it, okay? It never was going to be it, all right? LeBron, sorry, guy, but Michael Jordan's Space Jam is 10,000 times better than your Space Jam.
Does that mean Michael Jordan's a better actor than LeBron James?
He's a better actor. He's a better basketball player. He's a better looking guy. And just started shitting on LeBron. No, I just love Michael Jordan.
Me too.
But yes, Goat looks amazing. And I think you said it's being produced by Steph Curry, you know?
Steph Curry, yeah.
Yeah, so it looks really cool. Really good.
It does.
Very excited for the movie. The next movie on the list is Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die.
I'm excited for this one.
Yes, me as well. It's like right up my alley. Dystopian future mixed with like some comedy stuff. That's my vibe. Looks very cool.
It does.
The next movie is Psycho Killer. It's from the same writer of Seven and the same producers of Barbarian and Weapons. And it looks like it could be a solid new slasher movie. So
awesome.
Might be pretty cool. I like horror, and I wasn't so sure about this movie just based off the title. It feels like a little too on the nose. And so I thought it was going to be like a shitty horror film. But then I watched the preview, and I was like, you know what? This looks pretty cool.
All right.
The next movie is Scream 7. Now,
I love Scream.
Yeah, we both love Scream. I love Scream. You love Scream. We all scream, right? But, but I think they should let the franchise die. I don't want it to get ruined as like Fast and Furious. Not that I ever really liked Fast and Furious that much, anyways. But after a while, it gets played out. Let it end.
Yeah.
Kill it at some point, right? So I'm a bit worried with this new movie coming out. But I do love the Scream franchise, and I actually do like the newer movies. So I'm giving this one a chance. I'm gonna say I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I'm excited that Matthew Lillard is back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Matthew Lillard. That guy seems so lovable, huh?
Yeah. He gave me a high five once.
Really?
Yeah. Comic-Con when I got a picture with all of them.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool. Natalie really wants to meet him, so I think maybe
He's
I
a
want
really nice guy.
That's what it seems like. I've only heard good things about him.
Yeah. Well, Quentin doesn't like him.
Tarantino?
Yeah. You didn't see that? Quentin Tarantino was like,
Why is he-
I don't like that guy.
Why is he shitting on everybody right now?
Oh, no.
What's going on,
He said
Tarantino?
him, Paul Dano, and like one other guy. He's like, I don't understand why people like him. It's like,
Dang. Yeah, I heard about the Paul Dano one, but
Yeah.
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't know you said that about Matthew Lillard as well.
yeah.
Tarantino just says stuff. I'm not gonna lie.
He does.
He just be talking. I wouldn't take it too seriously. The next movie on this list is Peaky Blinders, The Immortal Man. I love Peaky Blinders. I will say I got into it before all the bros got into it. Like, this show came out a while ago, and I feel like just recently it started to get some kind of resurgence. I think people started to use the main character. What's her name? Cillian Murphy?
Yeah. Cillian or Killian, I don't know which, but
Killian, right? Killian Murphy?
one of the two.
Him as the main character, they started using his character on like broicism posts and stuff like that. So I think that's why a lot of bros got into it now. I saw a bro watching it on the plane, and he was like one of the most broy bros I've ever seen. It's fucking broy Diaz over here, you know.
Yeah.
So I will say I got into it before they did. When it came out, I watched it. I didn't finish the last season though because it looked like it was gonna get a little sad, and I didn't want to cry, so I just stopped watching it.
Bros don't cry.
Bros don't cry, all right. But this new movie coming out, I'm definitely gonna go finish the last season because the show's good, y'all.
I still need to watch it. I've been told by so many people it's really good.
It's solid. It's a solid movie. It's like a mafia. It's like a mafia show. If you like The Sopranos, if you like Boardwalk Empire, this is gonna be your vibe. The next movie is They Will Kill You. It's a new horror comedy from the director of It, and it looks pretty funny. It looks pretty cool. I wasn't so sure about it either. Yeah, and I watched the preview, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I can get down with this. This is going to be a good year for horror people.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. Eric and I actually went through last night and started making a schedule as far as movies we're going to watch for the podcast, and turned out a lot of them ended up being horror. You know, that's just how the cards got rolled out. So if you like horror, stick around. We'll be talking about it.
Yeah.
The next movie is The Drama, which
Yeah. Zendaya.
Rob Pattinson, A24.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's gonna get cool. It's gonna get weird.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot. I think I can already kind of tell that it seems like they have some solid chemistry just based off the preview alone. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's good. It looks cool. Excited to see it. Next movie on here is Mother Mary. It's from the same director of The Green Knight and has Anne Hathaway playing a like pop star icon. So if you've seen The Green Knight, you might know that this movie can get really weird. The Green Knight was pretty weird, so much so that I think a lot of people didn't really understand it, and so much so that I think a lot of people don't really talk about it anymore. But when I first watched it, I wasn't like the biggest fan, but I will say the visuals in The Green Knight are very, very beautiful. And so I think this movie has some solid potential here. Next movie is Animal Farm, directed by Andy Serkis. Yeah, I like George
That should be
Orwell.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and Seth Rogen's has his hands in it. He's in the movie. So
Andy Serkis did all mocap for Lord of the Rings and King Kong.
yeah, he's like the mocap
That
king.
is- So is the animals going to be mocap like actors playing the animals, or it's just going to be animated?
I think it's just animated, because just the style of it alone looks like something
Yeah.
that you would just rig and animate.
Well, you
Instead
would
of
think, yeah, because it's like pigs and sheeps and things.
yeah,
right? Like,
it feels almost redundant at that point to have Andy Serkis crawl around or
yeah, I mean, I don't think he's
anybody.
crawling around, but I don't know if they at least are trying to do like facial like stuff to catch
Maybe.
actors' performances. I don't know.
Maybe I know a lot of times when they're doing animated movies, they'll record the audio sessions to kind of see the
Yeah.
expressions that the actors are making, and then the animators can kind of try to match it a little bit. That's why some characters, even though they're animated, they kind of feel like they're voice actors.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know though. Perhaps they're doing some
Yeah.
cool new mocap stuff.
Maybe, I don't know. I just thought it was interesting since Andy Serkis is directing.
It was interesting to find out that he's the director of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, next movie is The Mandalorian and Grogu. I think Disney is for sure milking out Mandalorian as much as possible because it's
Yeah.
probably like the only really cool, good thing that's come out since Disney took it over. So for that reason alone makes me kind of not super excited for it. But I love The Mandalorian and the show is great. And I'm not sure if he's like a co-creator or if he is the creator, the guy that's like always doing the interviews for The Mandalorian. I forget his name.
Dave Alone? I don't remember.
Yeah, I think something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
He wears a cowboy hat, doesn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that guy.
He seems to really know and understand Star Wars.
Yeah,
So-
he does.
If he's behind it, I'm there. Disclosure Day is the next movie on the list. Steven Spielberg.
Spielberg.
You don't gotta say much else. Aliens.
Alien, Spielberg, Emily Blunt. I'm in.
I'm there, baby. I'm there. My coworker is super excited for this movie. He's super into aliens and stuff, and he likes Steven Spielberg. So when this trailer first dropped, he wouldn't stop talking about it. And I don't blame him. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it does.
The next movie on the list is probably the movie I'm most excited for, and that is Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey.
The Odyssey. Yeah.
Ooh, baby. This is gonna be, I think, a cultural phenomenon right here.
Yeah.
In IMAX, you got a crazy cast. It's
I think it's going to be like this generation's like Braveheart or Gladiator.
a Gladiator.
or even bigger.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. It looks great. Yeah, Christopher Nolan's the man.
I'm trying to stay away from trailers as much as I can. Because,
Yeah, I haven't watched much. I don't think.
yeah, I'm already sold. It's
Yeah,
Christopher Nolan,
yeah.
Odyssey,
When they first,
and they have a great cast. Like, I'm in.
yeah, when they first announced that he was going to be making the Odyssey, I didn't need to see a poster. I didn't need to see a trailer. I was like, I'm there.
Yeah.
The next movie on the list is Spider-Man: Brand New Day.
Hmm.
Now, if you guys have been watching this podcast, you know I haven't been the biggest fan of Marvel as of late, but I love Spider-Man and I love Tom Holland as Spider-Man. And even though that the third Spider-Man installment was a bunch of nostalgia bait, I was having a lot of fun in the theater. I was there cheering with everybody else when Tobey Maguire walked through the portal. You know what I mean? That was fun. That was cool. I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, I'm real excited for it. I love Spider-Man. He's my favorite. And
Yeah.
yeah, it should be good. It'd be interesting to see what Peter's up to now that nobody knows who he is.
Yeah. Yeah. My kiddo really likes Spider-Man. Spider-Man's her favorite. So it's gonna be a good one to go see with the family, I think.
Yeah.
The next movie on here is Clayface. Now, I wasn't the biggest fan of James Gunn's Superman, and I know a lot of people got mad at me for it. But that's just my opinion, okay? But that doesn't mean I hated it, and that doesn't mean I'm not excited for James Gunn's new DC verse, okay? I think he's gonna do some really cool stuff, and I think Clayface is one of those things where it's gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah. It'll be good.
But
I'm excited. Clayface is a great villain.
yeah, and we haven't seen him in a live action at all.
Yeah. I don't think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
That should be cool.
Yeah, for sure. The next movie on here is Digger, and I wasn't really even aware about this movie until I went to go see, I think, a Housemaid is when I saw the trailer for it, and it's not even really a full trailer; it's like a teaser.
It's a teaser. I just saw it.
Yeah, it opens up with "Oh
It
Green
looks
World" by the Gorillas, and it just has
Mhm.
Tom Cruise with the shovel. That's it, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, Tom Cruise is great, and it's from the same director of Birdman and The Revenant, and those are both great movies. So I think this movie looks like it could be pretty good, and just based off of The Revenant being like a big movement for the environment, I think, and this movie being called Digger, and its song is "Oh Green World." I think it might also have something to do with some it might have an environmental agenda, which I like.
Yeah.
I like the environment.
Yeah.
The next movie is The Social Reckoning with Jeremy Allen White. It I don't really sure what it's about, but I think it's about like some kind of social media courtroom drama type thing. And I like Jeremy Allen White, so I'm excited for it.
Yeah, he's great. Like I said, I only thing I've really seen him in was Iron Claw, but he was great in that movie. So,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
He was great in that movie. I love Shameless. I love The Bear. I think he's a great actor. I think we're gonna see a lot of cool stuff of him in the future. So
Yeah.
yeah, I want to see this movie. The next movie on the list is The Legend of Aang, the next animated installment for the Avatar: The Last Airbender. Very excited for this. It has it's about Aang and the gang, but older as adults. And Avatar: The Last Airbender, I think, is my favorite Western animated show ever. I've watched the show like 4 times in its entirety. I think it's great. I don't think it really has any flaws whatsoever. Some people might say that the biggest flaw is that Zuko should have ended up with Katara, but but other than that, it's a good show. It's a really good show. Very, very excited for this next installment. And
That should be good.
and yeah, and people are probably more excited for the live action. I'm not. I think it's cool that they're doing live actions and stuff, and I think it's cool they're bringing in Toph. But I'm most excited for their next animated installment, which is The Legend of Aang. Next movie on the list is Narnia by Greta Gerwig.
Mm-hmm.
What's the full title? Narnia and what?
The Magician's Nephew.
Yes, Narnia, the Magician's Nephew, which is like a prequel to the Narnia story. So,
yeah, I think there's 1 or 2 books before like Narnia story everyone knows, which is The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
right.
And I think it's basically the creation story, like Adam and Eve and the animals and stuff.
Okay.
But, through the Narnia lens.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's Greta Gerwig. She's the person that made Barbie a huge success, which is crazy. If you went back in time and you told somebody in the 90s or the 80s, hey, these little plastic dolls called Barbies, one day they're going to make a movie about it, and it's going to be like really fucking good. They're going to be like, get the fuck out of here. You fucking crazy person. Like no one would ever believe you, but she made it happen. That's who's doing it. So I think it's in good hands.
Yeah.
The next movie on the list is Coyote versus Acme. Pretty excited about this movie because it got scrubbed. It got made it, and then it got scrubbed.
Yeah. They tried to use it as a tax write-off.
Yes. Yes. And there was a lot of complaints from fans, people that worked on the movie, and people fought tooth and nail to get this movie a release, and now it's getting a release. So I'm excited to see it. It's a courtroom drama about Wiley the Coyote suing Acme for all the danger in which she's been put in by their products.
Yeah.
Yeah. So seems like it's gonna be pretty funny.
Yeah, it should be good. Will Forte's in it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love the Looney Tunes.
Yeah, they're great, and they need a resurgence. I feel like they haven't done much. They did Space Jam, and it wasn't that great.
Yeah, that is a franchise and an IP that I'm glad they're trying to keep alive because I don't want that one to die.
Yeah.
The next movie on the list is Avengers: Doomsday.
Yeah.
That one I think everybody's excited for.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these teasers they're dropping are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I've seen Steve Rogers is back. Thor and the Forest praying to his dad.
Yeah.
And then this X-Men one with Xavier and Magneto, and then you get that shot of James Marsden in the 90s Cyclops uniform. Like, it's awesome. Ooh. I'm so excited for it.
That shit was real nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it made my dick twitch a little bit when I saw that, Am I allowed to say that on this podcast?
I don't know.
I don't know if am I allowed to say things like that.
You said it. It's there.
Okay, it happened. I'm excited for it, y'all. Yeah. Next movie. Denis Villeneuve, Dune Part 3. Oh yeah. I love the Dune movies.
Yeah, they're great.
I feel like it has some haters, and I don't understand why, because I think the Dune movies are some of the best movies in the past, like, 5-10 years.
Yeah, they're really good.
They're great. The first one is obviously all set up, but the second one is probably one of my favorite movie theater experiences ever. I saw it in IMAX, and it was so good. So good.
Yeah.
So yeah, very excited for Dune Part 3. Denis Villeneuve is one of my favorite directors. So I think, yeah, there's no way he drops the ball on it. I think it's going to be great.
Yeah. Yep.
And the last movie I have on here is Werewolf by Robert Eggers. I will go see anything Robert Eggers makes. Anything.
Yeah.
You can tell me he's making a movie about trolls. I'll be there. You know? Yeah. I haven't seen his Viking movie, Northman. And that's not my fault, really. I started watching it, y'all. I put it on. I put it on the television, okay? I was on my couch. I was watching it on my TV. My girlfriend came home, and she was like, what are you watching? And I'm like, I'm watching Northman. It's by Robert Eggers. I'm really excited to watch it right now. It seems really cool. And I was at this part where Willem Dafoe was like crawling around in this cave naked. And I was like, I'm into it, you know? I'm vibing, you know? and then she's like, I want to watch this. And so I was like, okay, cool. But she's like, but I'm busy right now. I got stuff to do. Let's watch it another time. And I was like, okay. And I turned it off. And I never watched it ever again. So it's Natalie's fault, okay? It's not mine.
Yeah, I don't know if I do get in a relationship because I think if anyone said they're busy, they can't watch it right now, I'm like, cool. I'm going to keep watching it. You can watch it later.
We'll watch it again.
With you again.
Yeah.
I'm not stopping.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. There's a lot of things I put off because I'm like, Natalie and I are going to watch this together. I do the same thing for Arya, too. And like, when they don't want to watch it with me, it's really sad. And sometimes I never end up watching it. Yeah.
That was happening with me. Like, oh, I think my friends would like to see this. And then something comes up and they can't see it. And weeks go by and it's not in theaters anymore. And so I just started going by myself. Like, I want to see this movie. I'm going to see it.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah.
Last night you brought up a movie that I hadn't even heard of that was coming out this year. Yeah. And what was the title of that, Eric?
It is The Adventures of Cliff Booth,
which is written by Quentin Tarantino and is going to be directed by David Fincher. Huh?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's crazy, bro. And I'm amazed that I haven't heard of it because those are like my two favorite directors ever. So, and I was honestly extra surprised because Tarantino has said multiple times in the past that if he's not making a movie, then he's not making a movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, here he is making a movie, and he's not the one making it. But I will say, if I was Tarantino and I had to entrust somebody to direct one of my movies, it would be David Fincher.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he said that the next movie is going to be his last, and he wants it to be an original movie, so doesn't want it to be based on anything else he's done.
That's right. You were telling me, which is it's like his little loophole to make more movies without actually making a movie.
Yeah.
Which is cool. I'm not complaining.
Directs that final movie, he's going to keep writing stuff. Like I know,
sure. There's no way he can't.
Of stuff that's never been made. So.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't think when you're that creative of a person, you're that much of an expert at what you do. There's no way you just stop.
Go on living and stop creating.
That's your life, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, very very excited for that. That's going to be dope. I hope Leo's in it. There's actually there's like a little scene. A little scene. It was a camera test for one of the red cameras, and it was supposed to be like a low light camera, and they had David Fincher test it with Leo DiCaprio lighting a cigarette, and I think ever since I've seen that, I've been like, damn, these two need to work together. So I'm really hoping that Leo comes back for this movie, so that David Fincher and Leo could be a little team, man. They could fucking do something together, man. Cause it'll look great. All right, now let's move into movies that I'm intrigued by. Starting with 28 Years Later, Bone Temple, and the reason why this isn't on my excited list is because I feel like I just watched 28 Years Later. Like it came out so fast after 28 Years Later that I feel like all my excitement went to that movie, and now I feel like this movie might be just kind of more of what I just saw. So I'm not that excited for it, but I will say I really liked 28 Years Later. Unlike some people, I thought it was really good. I think it was one of the better movies of last year, and so it makes me hopeful for this movie, which is why I'm probably going to go see it. I think we are going to go see it. I think it's on the list, right? Movies we're going to go see.
It's on the list next week. Yeah.
Oh, next week. Oh, well, there you go. We're going to see it. They'll be in the next episode. So, and then the next movie is Dead Man's Wire. This is Bill Skarsgård's newest film. I don't know why that felt like a tongue twister, but but yeah, it looks cool. He's playing like a guy who holds up a bank, and yeah, I like him as an actor, so seems like it'll be pretty cool.
Okay.
The next one on the list is All You Need Is Kill. It's an anime movie that's based on the same book that Edge of Tomorrow is based on, and it looks pretty cool. The style of the animation, it seems a bit different from normal anime. Feels a little more simple, but I think it's gonna help push the animation more. So you're probably gonna get some really cool scenes of animation in this movie, I think. And it's by the same studio that did the Animatrix. So there you go. Last time I didn't go through all of these, huh? I don't think I should go through all of them again. I'm gonna just pick and choose.
No, you didn't.
A Private Life is a movie with Jodie Foster in a French comedy, and she's speaking pretty good French. I didn't know she was that fluent in French, and it looks pretty funny. Return to Silent Hill is on here because I really like the first Silent Hill movie. I don't know if I've ever really played the games, but the first Silent Hill movie is cool, so I'm intrigued by this next one. Next movie is Send Help, Sam Raimi's newest movie. The reason why this isn't in my excited list is because I feel like I just watched this movie with Triangle of Sadness. Triangle of Sadness is a pretty good movie, and it's kind of the same thing. It's a power dynamic shift in between poor and rich, and they're stuck on an island. It's same. And the way they're marketing it too is like the director of Evil Dead and Drag Me to Hell. And I love Evil Dead, but I'm not the biggest fan of Drag Me to Hell. If you want to hear more about that, you can watch one of the other episodes in which I talked about it. Because and the next one is Iron Lung. I think drink some water or something. It's by a YouTuber called Markiplier, and I'm not like subscribed to his channel or anything, but I've seen him around. He's been in other YouTubers' videos and stuff like that. I know of him, so I'm interested to see what kind of movie he put out. Apparently, it's based on a video game. Looks interesting. A Poet is a movie that's coming out this year. It's a Colombian comedy about a failed writer who finds a little protege that he believes strongly in, and he likes her writing, and he's kind of championing her in a way, and it looks really funny. And I don't think anybody else is going to tell you guys about it. And I think it's having a limited release here in America, which is why I wanted to bring it to our attention. It looks pretty cool.
Awesome.
The next one is Crime 101. The simple title sounds like it's not going to be that great, but it has a crazy cast. Has Mark Ruffalo and Chris Hemsworth and I forget who else, but a bunch of people. Okay, and it looks like it has potential. It's coming out on Amazon Prime. Yeah, it's like a crime thriller with Mark Ruffalo being the cop, much like Zodiac. But Chris Hemsworth playing a jewel thief, and he's trying to catch him.
Jewel thief. Yeah. Yeah, it looks good.
Looks pretty good. Next is Wuthering Heights.
Yeah.
Yeah. The sexual angst in the preview has me intrigued. I'm not super excited for it. It doesn't look like it's my vibe, but my girlfriend's really excited for it, and she's reading the book right now. So, like I said, I kind of live vicariously through her sometimes, and that kind of makes me excited for it.
Yeah. I never read the book, but the trailer looks good, and I like the poster. The poster is cool. I am intrigued.
Yeah. Yeah. And like I was saying before, I think a lot of people are mad because it's Jacob Elordi and he's white. And in the book, it describes like a dark-skinned man. But in the book, it also mentions that he's a gypsy, I believe. And if you know anything about the English folk and the people they call gypsies, usually it's like Romanians or people that are traveling from foreign lands, from other European countries. And they're usually not that much darker than they are. They're like maybe my skin color, you know? They're like olive toned.
Yeah.
So I don't think you should be that upset by it, and I think you should still go check it out.
Yeah.
The next movie is The Bride.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel about this movie coming out, Eric?
I honestly think it looks cool. I want to see it.
I'm excited for it just based off the fact that it's directed by Maggie Gyllenhaal. Is her name right?
Yeah.
I'm excited for that reason, but and also the fact that it's Christian Bale. I love Christian Bale. He's one of my favorite actors. I think he's one of the best actors. But I will say the preview seems kind of corny to me. I'm not gonna lie. When they get jumped and then Frankenstein beats up the guys and he goes, "To death do us part." Didn't do anything for me, man. The part at the end where she was like, "What's my name again? I don't remember." Didn't do anything for me, man. I'm not gonna lie, it didn't. I wasn't like, "Woo, super cool." I was like, seems kind of a little corny. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm gonna go see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The next movie is Undertone. It's an A24 horror film about a podcast. So I feel like we kind of have to go see that one, being that we're a podcast. That
It does look good. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks interesting. It reminds me of White Noise if White Noise wasn't sad.
Makes sense. It reminded me of like The Ring and White Noise. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. On this list, I also have this movie called Slanted. It looks very interesting. It's a horror movie about a Asian American woman who is getting surgery to look white, and that concept to me just sounds fascinating. So, yeah, that's why that's on this list. That's why that's on my list.
Is she going to get like surgery to make her eyes look more like
Wide eyes?
Asian?
She didn't get wide eyes.
Yeah.
That's wild. That's wild. So I'm curious to see what happens afterwards. You know, after she gets the surgery.
Yeah.
The next movie is Project Hail Mary.
I'm real excited for this one.
I love Ryan Gosling, and I like the author, Andy Weir. I think it looks really cool. I just really wish they didn't put the alien in the trailer. I think it would have been much better if they just marketed it as like a space story, and then you found out there happened to be an alien there when you went to go see the movie.
Yeah, I agree. Like I said, I'm listening to it for the second time. I started listening to it because I saw the first trailer, which they don't show the alien, but you kind of like assume there's something in space, like that's why he's out there.
Right.
Um, so when you get to that part of the book, it's pretty cool. And I was hoping that they didn't show that in the trailers at all, but like the next trailer they dropped, like boom, there's the alien. I
Right.
was like, all right, that was lame. Because the reveal in the book is pretty cool.
Yeah, and
So
that's-
get that in the movie.
I feel like that's kind of the point of the story. That's like the huge like reveal in the story. No,
Yeah,
it's like
kind of, because he's on this mission for this whole other thing to like save the Earth, and then alien.
right. So it would have been much cooler if they just left it as a surprise. So that's why it's not on my excited list.
Yeah.
The next movie on my list is Resident Evil. Zach Cregger's Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Yeah, I if it wasn't Zach Cregger doing it, and if it wasn't him doing it more true to the game, I wouldn't be. It would probably be on my list of movies I don't want to see. But yeah,
I like the. I never was that too into the games. I always wanted to play them, but the few that I tried, I never got that far into them. Um, but the movies I did like, but they did too many. Like I was one of
Yes.
the franchises that
that
just
was
needed to die, and it
yeah.
finally did. Yeah. So
I completely agree with you there, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, the next movie is what is the next movie? Where was I? I lost my place. Oh, Ready or Not 2. Here I Come. I liked the first movie. Actually, was surprised that I liked the first movie. As a horror movie about a hide and seek game, you wouldn't think it was that great, but it was actually pretty cool. So I'm down to see the second one.
Yeah.
The next movie on the list is Super Mario Galaxy. I know a lot of adults that don't like the first one, and they
I
thought it
don't get
was
it. I love the first one.
they thought it was like a roller coaster throw up of a movie. And I might agree with you a bit. But it's also for kids. It's like candy for kids, you know.
Yeah.
And the target audience was kids, and I think that was a big success. I think they did a good job. So, and it's fun and it's entertaining. And I think when it comes to kids movies, I think that's all you really need. You know,
Yeah. But also, it does also hit the nostalgia too. Like it has
have
The-
references.
theme song from the 80s cartoon show.
Yeah,
And then there's that scene in the beginning where it's like a side scroller, like the original game. Like,
yeah, that part was
It's a good
cool.
movie.
That part was cool.
Yeah.
And then also too, they had like original Mario from Donkey Kong playing and he has the accent.
yeah. Which I met that guy. He was really nice.
You met him?
Yeah. Got a picture with him.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. He was doing all the voices and telling us to do different poses. It was fun.
Very cool. The next movie on the list is Michael. Now I know a lot of people are really excited for this movie, but it's not in my excited list because I think biopics are probably the most formulaic movies that we have today, and it looks like it's following that formula to a T. So,
Yeah.
don't really like that about it, but I love Michael Jackson, so I'm going to be there. I love Michael Jackson.
Yeah. Me too.
So, I love Andrew Schultz's joke about him, about how, like, he's talking about how, like, how he canceled, what's his name? The guy that was peeing on chicks. What's his name?
R. Kelly.
R. Kelly. How he canceled R. Kelly and like people don't listen to his music anymore. But like
Yeah.
Michael Jackson, they kind of canceled him a bit too, but we still listen to his music, and that's just because he makes better music. You know,
Yeah.
it's funny. But the next movie on the list is The Devil Wears Prada 2. Yeah, Anne Hathaway. I love Anne Hathaway. I haven't watched the first one in a long time. My girlfriend loves it. She's super excited for it. Again, living vicariously through her. So excited that she's excited.
I've never seen the first one. I hear it's good. I love Anne Hathaway, so if I ever get around to watching the first one, maybe I'll watch the second one.
For sure.
Yeah.
Next movie on the list is Scary Movie 6.
Yeah.
This is another thing that's kind of being dragged out for too long, but this one, the Wayans brothers coming back to write on. I'm not sure if they're going to be in it, but they're writing it, or they wrote it. And Anna Faris is coming back, and Regina Hall's coming back, and yeah, I like that. So I will probably go see it.
Yeah, I think it'll be good. And plus, it's been so long since the Wayans brothers have done a scary movie that there's so many scary movies since then that they can pull from and make fun
Exactly.
of and, satirize. So
Yes, exactly. They have so much to work with, so who knows what's going to come out in this movie, you know?
yeah, the
The
weapons run for sure.
You said what?
The running from weapons.
Oh, yeah, I
They
know, right?
ran with her arms out. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what happened.
Oh, yeah. The next movie on the list is Supergirl. I know people are mad excited for this movie, and like I said, I wasn't the biggest fan of Superman, so I'm not super excited for it. But I love the actor. She was great in Game of Thrones, and she kind of killed it at the end of Superman. I'm not gonna lie, she kind of stole that scene. So I think it will be pretty cool. I'm intrigued by it.
Yeah, I think it looks good. I'm not as excited for it. I did like Superman, but when I see the trailer, it gives me kind of Guardians of the Galaxy vibes, which I like Guardians of the Galaxy, but I just hope they're not just pulling too much from another movie and they kind of do their own thing, you know.
Yeah.
And I am also excited to see Lobo in the movie.
Yeah. And Jason Momoa looked cool as fuck as him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that'll be cool. I agree. I agree that I feel like even Superman kind of felt like Guardians to me too. So
Yeah. It was made by the same guy, which is
Yeah.
understandable.
yeah, you know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying. But like if every movie feels like Guardians, I feel like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Give me something different.
No, mix it
Huh?
up a bit.
Yeah. But and I love Guardians, but anyways.
Yeah.
The next movie on the list is Street Fighter.
I'm actually excited for Street Fighter.
I know a lot of people are super excited for it. When I first heard they're making a Street Fighter movie, I was really excited for it. After watching the trailer and seeing how ridiculous it looked, I'm not gonna lie, I think it looks like straight dog shit. I think it looks awful. It looks like it's gonna be a really bad movie. But I will say it does look like they're leaning into the funny. They're not taking it very seriously, and that might actually work in its favor, which is why it's not on my list of movies I don't want to say. It's in my list of movies I'm intrigued by. So I will go see it. I'm also mad that the girls that are casted in the movie aren't thick muscle mommies. Okay, go to play a Street Fighter game and go look at those women. They're thick, they're muscular, they're juicy, they're beautiful. Okay, and then go watch the trailer. None of them look like that. Not that, I mean, granted, the characters in Street Fighter are built like crazy, fantastical creatures. They don't have to look exactly like that. I'm not saying they need to go find some roided out motherfuckers, okay? I'm just saying I wanted some thick juiciness, all right? Some muscle mommies.
Yeah. One of those thick thighs.
Yeah, and the girls in it are like twigs.
Yeah.
But I like that Andrew Schultz is in it. I think that's going to be pretty funny to see him in it.
Me too. I'm excited to see him, see 50 Cent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? Might be really
It
good.
should be good. Yeah, I'm excited for it.
The next movie on the list is Meet the Parents for Focker-in-Law.
Yeah, that should be good. I was surprised by that when you mentioned it.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were doing a fourth one, but it makes sense that he is now the father-in-law.
All right. Yeah, and
Yeah.
they're all coming back. De Niro's coming back. Owen Wilson's coming back. They'll be in it. So,
Owen Wilson's coming back too.
yep.
Awesome.
Hell yeah. I love the Meet the Parents movies. I think they're hilarious. So,
Yeah, they're so funny.
yeah.
I didn't care so much for the third one, to be honest. I actually don't remember that one very well.
I don't remember that one very well either. I remember
Yeah.
Meet the
Little
Parents.
Fockers.
Right, yeah. Maybe that one wasn't that great. I don't remember that one very well. Meet the
Yeah.
Fockers was great.
Meet the Fockers and
Meet the Parents.
Meet the Parents, both great movies.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on to movies I don't want to see. Movies I'm not excited for. Okay. First movie on the list is The Strangers Chapter 3. Let it
I
die,
just saw
man.
that trailer.
What'd you think? What'd you think of it? The trailer.
I think what works great about the original Strangers is that you don't know who the killers are. They legit just did it for fun.
Spontaneously, yeah.
Yeah, because you were home, right?
Right.
Yeah. Um, and then I've seen the first chapter of this new. I guess it's going to be a trilogy because the trailer said it's going to end. Um, but I've seen the first chapter and it was just okay. I really didn't care for it too much and didn't even bother watching chapter 2. So
Yeah.
um, yeah, chapter 3 looks like they're forcing the girl from the first one that they've somehow kept alive and making her now be one of the strangers.
I
It's like,
don't
yeah,
like that. It really just feels
no.
like some studios are just clawing at whatever IP they have to try to get people in seats.
I mean, they are because no one has any original ideas anymore.
It's fucking sad. But I love the original Strangers. Just watch the original Strangers. Don't bother with these new bullshits, okay? The next movie on the list is Mortal Kombat 2. And
Which I am excited for.
I'm not gonna say I don't want to see it, but I'm not excited for it. And because the first movie was fucking dog shit. Sorry, my kid's sleeping. I need to be quieter. But the first movie was fucking awful, yo. It was so bad. And Mortal Kombat is so fucking cool. There's so much cool shit you could do with Mortal Kombat, and you drop the fucking ball that fucking bad, yo. That shit is sad, dude.
Yeah.
So it looks like they're trying to save it with this next one, and it looks okay, I guess. But the fact that they ruined it that bad in the first one makes me not want to see the second one.
Yeah, I do think they dropped the ball in the first one with making the main character some new character no one knows and not having to be like Liu Kang or Kung Lao.
Yeah, what the fuck, dude? And there's so many cool stories in Mortal Kombat. They could have
Yeah.
picked from any of them.
Yeah, which I think they are trying to course correct, and that's why they're making Johnny Cage like the main guy in the second one.
Yeah, and I like
Which
that.
Johnny Cage would be my first pick for the main character.
Me either.
But
A lot of
do
people
like
don't even
Johnny
like Johnny
Cage.
Cage that much, but like, and I think the actor for him is a bit too old. I like him as an actor, but I like when I see Johnny
Yeah.
Cage, I see more of like a young Tom Cruise. You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
A younger Tom Cruise. You know?
Yeah.
But of course, Tom Cruise is not going to take that role because it's gonna be shit, y'all. It's gonna be terrible.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe it's actually better than I'm thinking it is going to be. I will go see it. I'm just not excited for it.
Well, maybe your expectations are just so low that it'll be good when
Maybe.
you see it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
The next on the list is a live action Masters of the Universe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like they keep trying to bring back Masters of the Universe and it's not working, okay? Just take the fucking hint, all right? And the fact that they're going to have it live action and not animated? No, thank you. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Go to any kid right now. Go to any kid you know in your life. Ask him if they know who He-Man is. I guarantee you, none of them fucking know. You know why? Because they're not fucking interested. Okay, let it go. Let it go. And I'm not gonna lie. I love that period of storytelling where bodybuilding was mixing with dark fantasy. That shit is dope. I love it. He-Man. I think He-Man's actually pretty cool, but I don't want to see a live action version of it, especially with how movies are coming out nowadays. No thanks. If it was a live action movie in the 80s or like the late 80s, might have been pretty cool.
Yeah.
Moana live action is the next movie on the list.
Yeah.
If you guys have been watching this show, you guys know I'm not a huge fan of Disney's live actions, and it's just because it's just nostalgia bait. They're feeding off our nostalgia and feeding us shitty versions of their movies just so that they can make money off of us. And I don't like that. That feels like greedy, evil shit. No? That feels awful. No, I don't like to be treated that way. I'm a huge Disney fan. Huge Disney fan. I would even consider myself a Disney nerd. Like if you gave me Disney trivia, I guarantee you I could answer most questions. But I don't like the direction in which Disney has gone, and they need to completely revert. You know?
They do. They need to just scrap everything they're doing and start anew.
Go back to their roots. I've been saying it for years, and I think we should all just not go see Moana live action. We should all just not go see Rapunzel live action, and maybe, just maybe, they'll stop. They got the hint a little bit when nobody went to go see Snow White, but they're thinking it was just what's her face's fault, Rachel Zegler's fault, right? So then they're gonna put out a couple more. They're like, maybe it was just this girl sucked, which she did, and she definitely ruined that movie. But I'm telling you, let's just not go see it, and they'll take the hint. And they've already started talking about going back to 2D animation. They're finally starting to get it. So we just keep fucking shitting on their shitty fucking movies. They're gonna learn. Not excited for Moana live action. The next movie on the list is The Hunger Games.
Yeah.
I didn't go see the last one. I don't mind the first 3 movies that came out. I actually liked the first Hunger Games. I like the concept of the Hunger Games. But if you want to see a good Hunger Games movie, you watch Battle Royale. It's a Japanese movie, and it's way better than all of these Hunger Game bullshit movies that keep coming out.
Yeah.
So yeah, not excited for it. Next movie on the list is Jumanji 3. It just feels like another thing that they're just like they probably don't even give a fuck if it's a good movie or not. They're like, hey, let's make another Jumanji. Make some extra $2 million off this bullshit.
Well, yeah.
Give it to some fucking Jumanji director that nobody even fucking knows. Just make
it's
it.
a trusted IP, and they have all these big name actors in it that it's people in the theaters. So of course they're going to do it.
So let's all not go see that movie either, and maybe they'll take the hint. And just for shits and gigs, I put the Angry Birds movie because they're making a third movie of it, and I don't even fucking know anybody that plays the Angry Birds games anymore.
Yeah, no one's a nerd for Angry Birds anymore.
Let it die, bro. Let it die. The fact that they're scraping at any existing IP is just fucking sad.
Yeah.
Not that I watched any of the Angry Birds movies. Like I didn't watch the first one or the second one, so I'm not even like a huge fan.
I didn't watch them either.
But
I worked at the theater. I want to say when both of them came out. I know for sure I was there for the first one. Honestly, it didn't look terrible, but I never watched it.
Yeah.
Is it DreamWorks, right? Is it?
I think so.
Yeah. I don't know.
So yeah, next I have a list about anime that I'm excited for that are coming out and some shows that are coming out, but we're running out of time, so I'm just gonna shoot them off.
Okay.
All right. Starting with anime. Hell's Paradise, new season. Frieren, new season. JJK, new season. Bleach, 1,000 Year Blood War arc, final part, final season. Gonna be dope. Kaiju number 8, new season. Chainsaw Man, new season. I just started watching the JJK new season last night. The first 2 episodes are already out. Animation is great. Mappa is fucking killing it, okay? I'm excited. Shows. I'm excited. Live action shows I'm excited for. A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, a Game of Thrones spinoff. It looks really good. It reminds me of A Knight's Tale. I like A Knight's Tale, so I'm excited for it. House of the Dragon, new season. I know a lot of people give House of the Dragon some shit. I think it's pretty good. The Boys, final season. You excited for it, Eric?
I'm very excited for it. I'm a big fan of The Boys. I'm excited for this last season. I want to see how they end it because the show's way different from the comics.
It is?
And I'm interested. Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't know that. But yeah, excited for that. A new season of The Bear is coming out. I need to catch up with this last season that came out. I didn't even know they're making another season. So the Bear is a great show. It's a masterclass in editing. Jeremy Allen White's a great actor, but it is a heavy show. So sometimes I refrain from watching it because I don't want to feel heavy emotions sometimes. Shogun is coming out with a new season. I never finished the first season, but I want to. It got some Emmys. It looks really good. It is definitely my type of show. I actually started it, and I don't know why I never finished it.
Yeah.
Only Murders in the Building is coming out with a new season, which I don't know how they keep coming out with new seasons because it's about these people who live in a apartment complex, and people keep dying in their building, and they're making a podcast about it. So how many people can fucking die in their apartment complex? It's crazy, yeah. But it is a comedy.
All their neighbors.
So it works. And it's pretty funny and witty. And Euphoria apparently is getting another season. Didn't know that they're going to make another season, but I really like Euphoria. I really like Zendaya, and I'll definitely be watching it.
Oh.
Daredevil, new season.
Yes, Daredevil.
Hell yeah. That last season that came out was pretty dope.
Yeah.
You had Kingpin in the all-white suit.
Oh, yeah.
It was pretty
I
cool.
love Kingpin. He's such a great villain.
Yeah. And the guy that plays him is really cool.
Yeah, Vincent D'Onofrio.
He kills it.
Perfect casting.
For real. Spider-Man Noir. Nick Cage.
Yeah, Nick Cage.
It's going to be pretty cool. Beef. Apparently it's coming out with a new season. Don't know how they're going to make a new season. I didn't know they were making a new season, but the first season of Beef is really good. It's really good, and I don't think a lot of people talk about it, to be quite honest. And I think it's actually an A24 show, and it has, what's his face? Glenn from Walking Dead?
Stephen Yeun?
Stephen Yeun, yeah. The voice of Invincible.
Yeah. Which is that the new season happening this year?
Is it?
I don't know. If it is, I'm excited for it.
Same.
Yeah.
Another animated show is getting another season, though. Blue Eye Samurai.
Yeah.
The first season was really cool. If you like Kill Bill, if you like Lady Snowblood, this is your vibe. Go check it out.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, that concludes all the things that are coming out for 2026. It was a lot. It was a lot for me. It was probably a lot for you. Do me a favor. If there's any one of those things you're excited for, put it in the comments. If there's anything that we talked about that you want us to watch, if you want us to review it, I'll even go watch the movies I don't want to go see. Right? You can put those in the comments. Comment below. We'll watch it. We'll review it. Maybe. We can't watch all of them.
The 2 shows I'm excited for that are coming back this year. Scrubs starts next month, I believe. And Seth Rogen bringing back the Muppet Show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I love
Time to
Seth
light the
Rogen.
lights.
I love Seth Rogen for that. Yeah, he's doing a lot of cool shit in Hollywood. I fuck with him.
Yeah, me too.
Last night when we recorded the first time, we did a bucket pool. Oh my goodness! Would you look at that? That's the bucket, everyone. The bucket is just Galactus. Galactus is the bucket. All right, Eric, reach into that big head of his. Drum roll, please. Rope. What the fuck is that? Oh, it's probably off the. Oh, you know what? It's probably off of the top 100 movies watch list. It's an Alfred Hitchcock movie with Jimmy Stewart. Cool. But yeah, Rope. Alfred Hitchcock.
Rope.
That's the bucket pool movie. That's what we're going to be talking about next week, along with what movie did we schedule for next week again?
It was 28 years later, Bone Temple.
28 years Bone Temple, and Rope. Those are the two movies we're going to be watching. We'll be doing a whole review on 28 years Bone Temple and just discussing Rope. So you guys know the movies. Go watch them. You could come back with your feedback and what you thought of those movies, and you can put it in the comments. Or you can email us at cinemarollsfanmail@gmail.com. Eric will put it up there. And you could even send us a video of yourself reviewing one of the movies, and we might put you on the podcast. So,
yeah,
there you go. Yeah, and I think that's it. Is there anything else we have to give the fans, the audience, before we leave, Eric?
I don't think so.
I think that's it.
I think that is it.
I think that's it. This was kind of a long episode, but it was shorter than the episode we recorded last night. So I think that's a success. So if you guys stuck around for the whole episode, thank you guys for watching. We really appreciate it. We really appreciate you guys. We're on the second season, baby. We're doing it.
Yeah, we're doing it.
And there's more to come. So stay tuned.
Yep. All right. See ya.
Bye, everyone. Love you guys.